Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Fern Chronicles podcast. I am Andrew here to talk with you today. I just wanted to take a minute to say thanks for your attention, and any feedback is obviously very appreciated, and I'd love for you all to reach out to me if you have any questions or suggestions for the next episode. I wanted to keep this a very consistent and a very casual thing. I'd love to take over your ears on your morning drive to work, any downtime on your lunch break, while you're working out, while you're getting your coffee ready in the morning. I really appreciate that. I do regularly upload to YouTube, obviously, as well as Apple Podcasts and iTunes. So, yeah, whichever is most convenient for you, I am here. So anyway, without further ado, I'd like to just kind of hop right in. So today I wanted to talk to you actually about bandwidth, right? So this is kind of an interesting one that I've been kind of thinking about a lot lately as some things have been changing in my life. So if you think about bandwidth for Wi-Fi, right? So let's say you're watching a 4K movie, on Netflix, you're streaming to your smart TV, it's going great, no buffering, picture's amazing, but then let's say maybe somebody's in the other room, watching a YouTube video or streaming a video game. You'll notice that there's a little bit of buffering. Maybe the quality goes down a little bit. It starts to skip. You'll definitely notice that the more kind of streams that you're getting, the more pull you're getting from that Wi-Fi bandwidth, the lower quality each individual video or whatever you're using, that quality is going to be reduced. It kind of hit me the other day, the same thing sort of happens with your brain, right? So let's say you're focusing on one thing and you're putting all your passion, all of your heart into that one thing. It's almost certainly going to be great, right? At least with a lot of work and a lot of practice, it's going to be awesome, right? So let's say you're making a YouTube video. You spend all day working on it, you publish it, you're really proud of it, it's awesome. Maybe add in a full-time job to that equation. Your job is going to pull away a lot of your energy, a lot of your creativity, in most cases. And you might notice that you get home after work and you're thinking, okay, I think I can probably upload a video today, or I think I can maybe, do some work on this woodworking project that I wanted to get done today, but maybe I'll get done about half or 75% of what I originally wanted to accomplish. Just because you only have so much energy, so much time in the day. I think that is something that I've sort of struggled to realize until recently. I'm a kind of person who has a lot of hobbies. I love gaming. I love scary movies. I love cycling and mountain biking and running and working out. I've been doing some woodworking, which is why I use that as an example, just building shelves and so on. Yoga. The list honestly goes on and on. I do consider myself a little bit of a master of none, jack of all trades. I would like to kind of speak with you guys about how that's kind of affected things. I've noticed that I maybe am not getting as far during a workout as I would like to, or if I jump back into a video game, it takes me a while longer to sort of get back into the groove, or you kind of enter that flow state. You get more efficient with the controls and the feedback and everything. Just because there's sort of so much going on, there's always background noise. My mind is always on other things while I'm trying to focus on one subject. And that I think really does diminish my abilities and, in general, kind of my passion and my ability to really give it my all for kind of one or maybe just a few select hobbies. So I wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to be focusing more on this podcast, less on video games, less on other projects, except for things that I have to get done. Obviously, there are certain things that you do have to do throughout the day. And I don't want to have all of my life totally devoted to just one thing. But as far as the bandwidth goes, I wanted to devote that high quality stream of my energy and my time, my efforts into just a few things that mean a lot. So that's going to be, my relationships with my family, my friends, and of course my wife above everything else. That's going to be the most important to me. I'm going to be focusing on this podcast, and I mentioned earlier that I'm, transitioning to a career in the emergency, medical field. I'm gonna be a first responder as an EMT and also be working as a volunteer firefighter here before too long. And I'm going to be focusing on that as well. So those are kind of my big things. I'd like to hear about maybe some things that you guys wanted to focus on a little bit more. I'd love to, if you wanted to reach out, I'd love to see your comments and what you all thought. But I think that if I focus on those things and really, really just take a step back, just take maybe a day or an evening or an afternoon to just not do anything, turn off all electronics and just think about what's important to you and what you think would actually give you the most appropriate amount of self-efficacy and really, really boost your morale and can maybe impact others the most. I'd like to urge you to go ahead and, try doing that a little bit more, because at the end of the day, you can play maybe a round of Call of Duty and you get a lot of satisfaction immediately and it can be kind of addicting, but I'm sure you've had those days where, you're playing, you hop off and then you're like, wow, I literally just wasted, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, a whole day, 24 hours, whatever, however long you're playing. Not to say that, playing games is bad or wrong, but for me, I feel like if I'm doing that for a super long period of time, at the end of the session there, I'm just like, okay, I really should have been doing something else with my time. I don't feel like that was particularly productive. And I guess for a while, I think I've kind of settled in my job before moving into, working as a first responder, and just sort of settled into life and kind of just had a meh sort of apathetic approach to a lot of stuff, honestly. And I don't think it was very healthy, the more I've been reflecting on that. So, that's something that I wanted to share with everybody here, is maybe it might do you some good to really just, like I said, turn everything off, unplug yourself, maybe sit in a quiet room, drink some coffee out on your patio one morning, and just really think about those things that matter to you the most, because a lot of times it's easy to get that quick, oh, I want to do this, oh, I want to do that, oh, I want to do that. That's something that I've struggled with for a really long time, where I just sort of get an idea in my head and I jump into it really heavily, and then it's something that I kind of forget about or don't have time for. So let's just maybe work on that together, something to really dive into, and kind of explore yourself and what might be a little bit more fulfilling and what might actually build you up, and others. So that's what I had to say about bandwidth today. And it's something that I think can really be beneficial, especially now during quarantine. This period where you're literally stuck inside. You can't go out. You have all this extra time to really work on yourself. I feel like it's a great opportunity to really just jump all in. Let go of everything. Do as much. I hate to use cliches like self-help and self-improvement, but yeah, that's basically what it is. So that I feel like we can all emerge a little bit better than we were when we were coming into the quarantine period. So it can kind of be like an evolution where, we can all connect and just feel better in general. I think that's something that will really help, just get rid of that background noise in your brain. You'll be able to devote your attention to the things that you're really going to be focusing on. So, with that said, hopefully this is something that can, inspire you at least a little bit. And please do, give me all the information you'd like to share. I'm happy to see it and review it and reach back out. And if you want to hear something specific on the next episode, let me know. Goodbye.